Hey everyone, today we're going to be testing out that custom support for the Blackluster Soldier archetype. Now this archetype has been pretty well supported by Konami, so we only designed 3 cards, but here we are to showcase what exactly the deck might look like with those 3. So here we go, opening up with Rhoda, Blackluster Soldier, Super Soldier, Terraforming, Lustrous Gaia, and BLS Envoy at the beginning. So we got one of our custom supports here, and the way I'd probably start off with this hand is, of course, activate that Terraforming to get out our field spell, our amazing field spell, the deck Gateway to Chaos. And on activation, Gateway to Chaos allows you to add a Blackluster Soldier Ritual Monster or a Gaia the Fierce Knight monster from your deck to your hand. So let's go ahead and add one of our Gaia monsters. That'll be, since we have Lustrous Gaia in hand, we'll add Charging Gaia from our deck to our hand. So the cool thing about Charging Gaia is that you can normal summon it without tributing, and then we can go ahead and tribute it to special summon Lustrous Gaia the Fierce Knight, which can be special summoned by tributing a Gaia the Fierce Knight monster. And if you do, its level becomes 8. And when Charging Gaia is tributed, you can add a BLS monster from your deck to your hand. Now we've already got the 2 main ones. We can add Legendary Swordsman to our hand now. And since the card was sent from our field to the graveyard, a monster was sent from the field to the graveyard, we can add a counter to Gateway to Chaos. Now we can activate Lustrous Gaia, the Fierce Knight's ability, where we can banish a warrior monster from our graveyard to add a warrior monster from our deck to our hand, then discard a card. So let's add Shadow Gaia, the Fierce Knight, and we'll discard the Super Soldier. Cool. Okay, so now that we've discarded a monster from our hand, we get another counter to Gateway to Chaos. So we don't have enough to search out a ritual spell yet, and we don't have a ritual spell, so you might think our turn is done at this point, but no, it is not, because now we can activate Shadow Gaia, the Fierce Knight's ability, to special summon itself by tributing a Gaia, the Fierce Knight monster. So now we have our 3rd counter, but it doesn't stop there, because Shadow Gaia the Fierce Knight has the ability to copy a Gaia the Fierce Knight monster's ability by sending it from your deck to your graveyard. So what we could do is run it back with another effect of Lustrous Gaia. We could also send Chaos Gaia if we wanted to activate its effect. But let's go ahead and activate Gateway to Chaos's ability to search out a ritual spell. We'll get out the Synthesis. We will activate Rhoda. Search out Evening Twilight. So now we've got all the pieces we need to activate Super Soldier Synthesis, which allows us to pitch a dark or light monster from our hand as well as from our deck to the grave. So we'll send Evening Twilight from our hand and Beginning Night from our deck to the grave. And that allows us to special summon a BLS ritual monster from our hand or graveyard. We'll get that one that we discarded, the Super Soldier. Since we sent a monster from our hand to the grave, we get another counter on Gateway. And so since Super Soldier was summoned by using these 2 as ritual material, it gains these effects where it can target and banish an opponent's monster twice. It can also, when it destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, attack a 2nd in a row. And it also, thanks to Evening Twilight, can banish an opponent's card in hand face down until the end of the opponent's end phase. So we would go ahead and activate that effect to banish a card from our opponent's hand. And we could end off here if we were going 2nd and had some more plays that we wanted to make, or even if we wanted to do this now, we could activate Shadow Gaia, the Fierce Knight's ability, to either, again, send Lustrous Gaia to copy its effect, or if our opponent has some field presence, we would send Chaos Gaia to the graveyard. So it copies Chaos Gaia's effect, and Chaos Gaia's effect allows us to tribute this, to tribute a Gaia the Fierce Knight monster that we control. In this case, it is only this one, and special summon a BLS monster from my hand, ignoring its summoning conditions, then banish a card on the field. So here now we have 2 3,000 attack beat sticks, a banish from our opponent's hand, and a banish from the opponent's field. So this is probably one of the stronger openings that this deck can have, and it allowed us to showcase all 3 of our custom design cards, Shadow Gaia, Chaos Gaia, and Lustrous Gaia. Let's go again and see what we come up with our second test. So here we have a bit of a slower hand, Called by the Grave, Envoy of Chaos, Super Soldier Synthesis, Ash Blossom, and Charging Gaia. So we can't really do much with this hand, at least not with these 5 cards. If we were to draw a 6th card, that's when we start to really get things going. We normal summon that Charging Gaia, tribute it again as we did in the previous test hand to special summon Lustrous Gaia, then activate Lustrous Gaia's ability to banish this card and add a warrior monster from our deck to our hand. Then discard a card. Discard that Super Soldier. Now we have Super Soldier Synthesis that allows us to send Envoy of Chaos from our hand and Beginning Knight from our deck to the grave to special summon the Super Soldier. So once again, we've gotten out our Super Soldier, and this has the ability given by Beginning Knight to banish an opponent's monster once per turn, as well as to get that second attack if our opponent has field presence. Lay on some hurting in the battle phase. So there you have the BLS custom support. Again, this is a deck that is pretty well fleshed out, but as you can see, those 3 custom cards that we've designed, the 3 Gaias, allow us to add some more consistency to the deck to be able to bring out the ritual monsters and Envoy of the Beginning with more consistency. Hope you enjoy. You can check out the custom showcase here with the card in the corner or link in the description. And make sure you like and subscribe as we get into the final Kaiba card coming up tomorrow.